Duck and Cover, 1951, produced by Archer Productions for school children. Let's watch. I always find Bert the Turtle fascinating. We are introducing children to the concept of thermonuclear annihilation using a cheerful cartoon reptile. It is a masterful piece of psychological conditioning, designed to make the apocalypse feel like a playground game.
Duck and cover. He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you. Duck and cover.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck.
We see the state outsourcing its existential dread to the education system. By stamping this with official institutional approval, they convert government panic into a structured, mandatory curriculum, ensuring children learn to fear the skies before they even learn algebra.
Hey, Bert, come on out and meet all these nice people, please. Oh, all right. We really can't blame you. You see, Bert is a very, very careful fellow. When there's danger, this is the way he keeps from being hurt. Sometimes it even saves his life. That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we...
I love the false equivalence here. They are comparing a multi-megaton nuclear blast to a bicycle crash or a minor burn. It is a comforting lie, suggesting that national obliteration can be managed with the same casual caution as crossing a busy street.
You have fire drills in your school so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous, too. They sometimes cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb.
We are watching the domestication of the apocalypse. By equating a nuclear firestorm with a standard fire drill, the government successfully reduces existential terror to a routine habit, pacifying the public and preventing any inconvenient, anti-war political mobilization.
Ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways. It could knock you down hard or throw you against a tree or a wall. It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But if you duck and cover like Bert, you will be much safer. You know how bad...
The film clinically explains the blast wave as if it is a stiff breeze. I find it darkly amusing how they describe a flash hotter than the sun as a mere cue to lie down, as if thermal radiation respects a child's posture.
Up in our own way. First, you duck, and then you cover. And very tightly, you cover the back of your neck and your face. Duck and cover underneath a table or desk or anything else close by. In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when the atomic bomb may explode? And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack, with warning and without any warning. We think that most of the time we will be warned before...
Here we have the iconic desk defense. I have archived thousands of educational films, but none match the sheer optimism of believing a thin piece of schoolhouse wood will protect a child from a shockwave that disintegrates concrete buildings.
Before enemy planes can bring a bomb near us. You may be in your schoolyard playing when the signal comes. That signal means to stop whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Always remember, the flash of an atomic bomb can come at any time, no matter where you may be. You might be out playing at home when the warning comes. Then be sure to get into the house fast, where your parents have fixed a safe place for you to go.
The narrative shifts to a reassuring lie about military protection. We are told the Army is watching, which is a convenient way to shift the blame when the warning systems inevitably fail to stop a supersonic Soviet missile.
There are safe places to go when you hear the alarm. If there is a warning, you will hear it before the bomb explodes. But sometimes, and this is very, very important, sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning. Then
We are instructing children to listen for sirens, turning public space into a permanent acoustic minefield. I suppose the goal was to ensure that every loud noise in post-war America would trigger a Pavlovian response of absolute, paralyzing dread.
showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom. This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and cover tight against the wall this way. Remember to keep your face and the back of your neck covered tightly. Try to fall away from windows or doors with glass in them. Then, if the glass breaks and flies through the air...
The yellow shelter signs are presented as sanctuaries. In reality, we know these basements were just designated spaces to be buried alive. It is a brilliant administrative trick to make people feel cared for while they wait for the end.
Getting ready means we will all have to be able to take care of ourselves. The bomb might explode when there are no grown-ups near. Paul and Patty know this, and they're always ready to take care of themselves. Here they are on their way to school on a beautiful spring day. But no matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do.
If there is no warning, you must react to the flash. I find this instruction particularly grim, as anyone close enough to see the flash without warning would already have their retinas burned out before they could even begin to duck.
With the coat she was carrying. They knew how to duck and cover. They acted right away when the flash came. If they had been at this doorway when the bomb flashed, Paul and Patty would have ducked and covered this way, like this girl. Heavy doorways are a good place to duck and cover. She will be safer.
Staying away from glass is sound advice, but doing it in a hallway that will instantly become a wind tunnel of lethal debris is peak irony. We are teaching children to die in an orderly fashion, neatly lined up against the lockers.
Flash means act fast. Tony knows that it helps to get to any kind of cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered. Tony knew what to do. Notice how he keeps from moving or from getting up and running? He stays down until he is sure the danger is over. The man helping...
Sheltering under cafeteria tables during lunch is a classic. I suppose the government figured that if you were going to be vaporized, you might as well do it while clutching a half-eaten sandwich and surrounded by cheap linoleum.
How to duck and cover in the school bus or in any other bus or streetcar.
We are witnessing the ultimate abdication of adult responsibility. By telling children they must save themselves without supervision, the state prepares them for a lonely, post-apocalyptic future where the adult world has already utterly failed them.
To do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes. Duck and cover. This family knows what to do, just as your own family should. They know that even a thin cloth helps protect them. Even a newspaper can save you from a bad burn. But the most important thing of all
The
is...
suggestion that a thin cotton coat will shield a child from thermal radiation is almost poetic in its cruelty. I look at these archival reels and see a generation trained to treat their winter clothing as a makeshift body bag.
That's the first thing to do, duck and cover. The next important thing to do after that is to stay covered until the danger is over. Yes, we must all get ready now, so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do, ask your teacher when this film is over. Discuss what you could do in different places.
Huddling against a brick wall is depicted as a survival strategy. We now know those walls would likely collapse directly onto the children, but I suppose keeping them still and compliant was easier than managing a stampede of panicked students.
What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
Duck and cover.